Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Creamy, and I think this is going to be the first time for me to show you all of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. If there's any makeup item that I like to splurge on, and even if I have a lot of it already, that would be lipstick and eyeshadows. I really do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I'm gonna try and do this as quick as possible because there's a lot that I have to go through. We're gonna start with the high-end palettes first, and then we're gonna move on to the drugstore and more affordable palettes. I'm not gonna talk about all the details about each of the palettes because it's gonna take hours and hours to film this video. So I'm just gonna quickly go through each of the palettes. The very first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection, and this is the Pro Pigment Palette Volume 5. I really like this one because there was a time when I got obsessed with anything that is universe themed or like galaxy themed. So my only problem with this is also really heavy. This one really has weight to it. The palette is really heavy, and these are all the colors that you'll get. So as you can see, this is really galaxy themed. They have a lot of shimmers there, mattes. This is more on for people who like purple tones. You can do a lot of different looks with this. But yeah, the next one, you can see it's been used and abused. This one is the Morphe Boss Mood palette. I think this is also 35 shades. I'm not really sure. This is really one of my all-time favorite palettes. As you can see, there are a lot of neutrals here. This corner here reminds me so much of my Norvina palette. It has like mini palettes inside, so you can use these colors for one look and this corner here for another look. So many looks you can do with this palette. Okay, so that's the Morphe Boss Mood palette. Next one is the Tarte Man Eater palette. Gorgeous leopard print. It's like gold, and like look at that design. Because of the color story, this is probably one of my ultimate favorite palettes. Very nice pigmented eyeshadows. This is a more neutral palette as compared to the first two that I showed you, but it still has the green, the pinks, but I don't really reach for those. I mostly use the more natural colors. So there's that Tarte Man Eater. I love this one. Man Eater. Next, we've got the Kitty Likes to Scratch from Too Faced. Such a cute palette. Anything from Too Faced is cute. Again, Kitty Likes to Scratch eyeshadow palette, and this is supposed to smell like a tequila sunrise. Like I have their cacao palette, which I'm going to show you guys later. This one's supposed to smell like a tequila sunrise, but I don't smell that much. It's one of the most beautiful mini palettes that I've ever had. All of your basic shades are there. You have the shimmer, you have like the matte, and perfect everyday palette. And if you're gonna travel and you just want an easy to use palette, this is one of them. Next, we have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This is one of the most famous palettes from ABH. A lot of girls use this, and their palette is already very messy because it has this velvet finish to the packaging, which I'm not a big fan of. You're playing with like very pigmented eyeshadows and it's velvet, so it's just gonna stain the packaging. This one comes with a brush, and the brush is actually good quality. I don't really reach for the burgundy pink shades. I really like the neutral shades. The shadows here are so buttery, very soft. I just wish it had more shimmers there. Next, we have this gorgeous palette from Becca. This is a collaboration with
Barbie Ferreira,
the cast from Euphoria, and as you can see, the packaging is very Euphoria inspired. Gorgeous holographic palette. It's not the most convenient to bring if you're going to travel. Look at this. These are supposed to be highlighters, but oh my god, it fell. It's gone. Like everything's gone. I shouldn't have done that. Wow. Why does it always have to be the most beautiful shade? Thank God it fell on myself, on my leggings. I was able to save. I'm gonna do a separate video on how to repress broken eyeshadows. Transferred everything in here, crushed it, and then I repressed it. But I'm gonna show you this shade. This one looks like Moonlight. This is perfect. The favorite shade from the palette. I'm gonna turn off the light. They look like stars. So this is another one. This one is from Huda Beauty, and this is the Purple Haze eyeshadow palette. Now I'm scared to tilt the eyeshadows up. The Huda Beauty Purple Haze eyeshadow palette. Most of my palettes are a mix of purples, pinks, and like neutral shades. If ever I want to use this for a neutral look, I just use these 4 shades here. These are foiled, very pigmented eyeshadows. And it's fun. It's really fun. I'm also going to be including two face palettes. The Kat Von D Shade and Light Cream Contour. I have two contour palettes here that I really love. Look at that packaging. It's so Kat Von D. Crazy packaging. All the details. And I love that this one has all the shades are at the back. Contour and highlight shades. I use this one to contour, and then the rest I use to like bronze my face or contour. Sometimes I like using this as a blush because it's like orange. Okay, next one is my ultimate favorite contour palette. A lot of people ask me about this palette, and this one is the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. You guys have probably seen this in a lot of my videos, but okay, this one legit smells like chocolate. It smells like a milky chocolate. The cocoa line from Too Faced, they all smell like chocolates, even the eyeshadow palettes. And highlight and contour actually looks like chocolates. I almost don't want to use them because they have the most beautiful shades. This is a cool tone contour. They use this as an eyeshadow. And then this one, I use this as blush. This one, I use this color to brighten my under eyes. The powders here, for some reason, they also taste sweet. Whenever some of the powder gets in your mouth, you will taste it. Like even now, some of it went to my mouth and I can even taste it. Does it have sugar or like sweetener in this? I don't know, but it tastes sweet. So if my outfit looks different, it's because it's a different day. I realized while I was editing the video, I forgot to mention a few more palettes. Next two are Sephora brands. This is the Sephora makeup palette. It doesn't say anything. It looks like a Sephora shopping bag. Super cute. I really like this one for traveling because this one already has eyeshadows. And they have like two cream eyeliners here. Really nice brown neutral shades here. Few colorful shades that I honestly never use. When you pull on the side, you get lip shade. I don't really use these colors. They're mostly lip glosses. Then on the side, you get cheek, like blush and bronzers. Eyeshadows. You get lipsticks. And also cheek. So here you go. Those are all of the shades. They have like a mini makeup station here, which is really cute. So when you're done, all you have to do is just close everything and put this back in your purse. Okay, so the next one is probably my biggest palette from Sephora. I really like this one, but it's not really travel friendly. This one is the Sephora Igloo palette. As you can see, this packaging is insane. Top you get highlighters, blushes, and bronzers. Here on the side, you've got all of these eyeshadows. The middle palette is the most neutral one out of all. And the last one actually reminds me of like ABH Modern Renaissance palette, like the Color Story. Then on the side, you've got more eyeshadows here. The first one would be the palette for smoky eyes lip colors. These are actually really pigmented, but I don't really use them. And then all of these are creams. So you have nude, and then you have like cream eyeliners here as well. So when you open everything, it looks like this. I really love this palette, but am I gonna bring it with me when I travel? Probably not. Yeah, so this is the Sephora Igloo palette. So I can't believe I forgot to show you this one. So this is the Sephora Gradient Colors palette. This one has 29 eyeshadows. If you love holographic, you're definitely going to love this one because it's a tin packaging, but it's completely hollow. And I love holographic packaging, but so these are the eyeshadows that you'll get, and it has a full-size mirror, which I really appreciate. This is mostly a neutral palette, but it has a few pops of colors there. As always, I don't really reach for the burgundies and pinks. And sometimes I would use this shade here as a blush, which is really nice. It blends really well. I use this one sometimes to contour the shade right here. Some of the bigger pans I use for my face, like these two are for like highlighting, but they're mattes, and this one is a matte like a bronzer. This or this you can use as a blush, maybe even this. This one has many palettes inside, like this one, and this one. This one already made it easy for you to create looks. The next one is from The Balm. This is the Alternative Rock Volume 2 Face Palette. This one looks like a packaging for like CDs before. I really like the punk rock theme here. This is like one of the best everyday neutral palettes. So I always use this one and this one. I actually use almost everything when I use this. I can use the black as an eyeliner and the dark brown to deepen up my crease. The good thing about the Balm products is that all of their powder products are pigmented and also very, very blendable. some of the makeup brands you can buy online like Shopee or Lazada. I just quickly mentioned this palette from Pretty Secret. This is the Quad Eyeshadow palette. Matte mocha shade for my transition, and like a dark shade to like deepen up the crease, and also a brow bone shade. So this tiny palette here has everything that I need. So now I'm gonna talk about the like Chinese brands that no one really talks about. I found them online and I like the quality. This is the Colorina Pro Artist. These are really super cheap. I think I got this like under 200 pesos, but the quality of these shadows, they're really good. The shadows are very soft and pigmented. I hate doing swatches because it really ruins the quality of the shadows. Like the oil from my fingers really ruins the quality of the shadows, but I'm going to show you anyway. So this is the first shimmer. Just look at that. That's actually really nice quality for the price. I mean, right? It's actually really nice. I even have contour shades. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm gonna swatch these two matte shades. Just take a look at this matte. The mattes are really nice as well. Very beautiful everyday palette. I want to talk about this brand, which is called Sultana Rose. I don't see this brand anymore. Okay, so this is how these palettes look like. So this is the first palette, the second palette, and this is the other one. They have like bigger palettes like this. Look at this palette here. This is one of the most pigmented cream eyeshadows that I've ever tried, and this is actually even more pigmented than a lot of ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows. The ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows, all of the shades in one palette. This is actually my favorite one. Let's watch the top layer first. So they are all cream eyeshadows, as you can see. Even by just looking, you can see that these are really foiled eyeshadows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wish I got a backup of this one because I really like this. So this is the first one. Look at that first one. Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to fix that. But these are really intense foiled eyeshadows. Okay, so this is the next one. Let's watch. Wow. Look at that. Look, so nice. And the next, whoa, oh my gosh. And then I think this one is one of the most intense from this palette. Super nice. We're gonna do the next layer. This turned out to be a swatch video. They're very soft, very opaque. Okay, first, wow. Next, oh my gosh. Next. And here, these are live swatches, by the way. I didn't have to do like a second layer, but wow. Just look how vivid, just crazy these are. I have one more palette here. I'm gonna show you guys this other palette here. As you can see, I barely touched any of these shades, right? Beautiful palette. I'm gonna swatch the red one and show you how, oh my god, that is so soft and buttery. Oh wow. My bony hand don't want to show you the swatch very well. So there's the first one, and then here the orangey one. Let's spread that. Wow, that's pretty. It's really pretty. And then this one. Wow. And here, oh wow, that red. It has like gold, orangey flecks of shimmers there, but this pink one looks so good. I almost want to use this on my lips as a lipstick, right? Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at these palettes. And they were so affordable, but I don't see them for sale anymore, which I don't know why. Like, this Sultana Rose actually makes really nice palettes. So there are so many shades here I want to show you, but let's go ahead and swatch all of these crazy. Oh my god, look at that yellow. And then this blue. Check it out. this here. Wow. Next. Oh my goodness. It's really blinding. And then the bronze. Oh my gosh. And then this beautiful periwinkle. Oh my gosh. Wow. You can even use this as a highlighter if you use like a small amount of it. I see myself using this for like my inner corner. But there's another burgundy shade here that I really like. That's really nice. This one. They're very soft and creamy. They remind me so much of ColourPop Super Chalk eyeshadows. So let's watch more because I'm just really enjoying this. Just look at that burgundy. And then going back to the periwinkle, I was not able to get enough. Wow. If that's not perfect, I don't know what that is. Just look at that. Okay, so the next one I think is really worth mentioning. And this one is from She Glam. This is actually a gourmand inspired palette because as you can see, there's cookies here. And it's called the She Glam Smart Cookie Palette. They look like cookies. So the first one, Milky Way, Fortune Teller, Butter Me Up, Flower Power, Ginger Snap, Humble Crumble, Churro, Brown Sugar, Bite Me, Cocoa Loco, Love Chip, and Devil's Food. So those are all of the beautiful shades. This is a completely matte palette, so everything here is matte. I just wish they included at least one shimmery shade here. But yeah, these are all crazy pigmented. Let me show you all the shades. The quality of these shadows are really soft, buttery, and really high quality. Look at that. I have a lot to go through, so I think I'm just gonna quickly show you guys one by one. This is the palette that I made myself. These are individual eyeshadows from Swesh. I customized this palette. This is an eyeshadow from Holika, something like that. These two are from the Face Shop. I reach for this when I want to make like neutral looks, but these are very pigmented. That is my own customized palette. Next, those. Yeah, Ultra Eyeshadows from Makeup Revolution because it has a lot of neutral shades in it. And this is the perfect everyday palette. You don't really need to think about it. You have all the mattes, all the browns. You have enough shimmer shades there to play with. Next, I have three from the brand Roto, and this is supposed to be a dupe for the Romand eyeshadows. So I have three. I highly recommend this. I have three, but we're gonna start with my most favorite. Oh my gosh, this is an all shimmer glitter palette. A lot of people are raving about this because it reminds them so much of the Romand eyeshadows. It's a beautiful glitter palette. The glitters are also like duochrome. I love them. This one is what I reach for when I want to do like a very simple makeup. I reach for this. I love this shimmer here. This one, as you can see, I use this a lot as well. So look at this. This is my favorite shade here. This matte brown. I also like using this. Whenever I use this, it doesn't really pick up a lot of product. Use this, but it's not exactly the formula that I want, but it's still a beautiful color with a lot of shimmer in it. This one is such a beautiful shimmer as well. Look at that. I love the shimmer. So yeah, look at that. So nice. Maybelline The City Mini Palette. The next palettes that I'm going to show you are all neutral palettes. These are my everyday palettes. They're all shimmer and foiled. The most foiled here would have to be this one, and this one right here, but everything's very shimmery. I like this. I will still use another like a matte brown as a transition from another palette. This is a really cheap one from Romantic Bird. This is just one of those Chinese brands, but I actually use this a lot. I got this one from Shein, and it's a contour palette, but I use this a lot as an eyeshadow. It has really beautiful matte shades. My favorite, this one as a contour and eyeshadow as a transition, and I use these to contour my nose. It has a free brush that's really low quality, but I like this one a lot. It's from W7. This is another one that's the same with my Revolution palette. Just your everyday palette. Nothing more I can say about this, but easy to use. Just one makeup look. There's always just one makeup look I can do with this. You know, you don't really need to think too much about this palette. This one is from the brand Pastel. This is actually from Turkey. Your gift. Remember this? Another great everyday palette. The quality is very similar to Estee Lauder or Clinique makeup. They're not super pigmented, but it gives you that really natural makeup look. It's not crazy pigmented, but it still does a good job of making you look like you're put together. I'm gonna show you a swatch. That is exactly how my Estee Lauder and Clinique palettes look like on my fingers. This one is from Catrice. It has like two mattes, and then the rest are like slightly shimmery, but there are two foiled eyeshadows here, which is this white one and this one. Another great nude palette. I love palettes like this. I can have 100 neutral palettes and I'm still gonna want more. Because I'm almost like collecting them. I don't know why. It's kind of an addiction. This is the Essence Bronze This Way eyeshadow palette. Look at all the beautiful colors here. But these are also extremely pigmented. Let me show you. Let me show you how crazy pigmented this eyeshadow is. I chose to swatch this. I feel like this is the most crazy pigmented out of all. Almost the same quality as my ABH palette, but look at how beautiful those shades are. That is just one swipe. It's insane. It's metallic. I don't really know why not a lot of people are talking about this, but this one is from Key Best. This is another Chinese brand, and this reminds me so much of one of those Huda Beauty palettes, or was it Natasha Denona? But look at that. Beautiful shade. I'm going to show you how pigmented these are. Again, this is another crazy pigmented palette. It's crazy, right? This reminds me so much of this Essence Bronze This Way palette. So let's see. Side by side comparison. Look at these shadows. They're so buttery. Can't believe that this is affordable. This is like an exact dupe for the Essence ones. I don't know if this is still available, but you should get it. This is the iMagic 16 color eyeshadow palette. I mean, look at this one from iMagic. I'm not really a big fan of these burgundy, like dark pink shades. I almost never wear them. This is another beautiful foiled eyeshadow. The eyeshadows are super high quality. I don't understand how they make these formulas. I'm gonna try and swatch this one. Like, look at this one. Look at that. Look at the shadows. I'm gonna swatch it. I was not planning to swatch, but yeah, let's swatch anyway. So that is the gold, the bronze one. This is the orangey bronze. This is like the gold one. Wow. And this is the burgundy shade. Okay, I don't really wear shades like this, but look at that. It's crazy pigmented, right? Another one from Maybelline. This is the Maybelline The Nudes palette. And again, this is another perfect everyday palette. As you can see, I've used this a lot. The shades are not too shimmery, not too pigmented, but they can add a little shimmer to your eyes, but not like crazy. So perfect for school, for college girls, and also if you're going to work. It's not that crazy, or it's gonna make your eyes look pretty. I have so many individual eyeshadows here. Individual like mini palettes. This one's from Says Lady. These are really nice eyeshadows as well. You see, I love palettes that are already complete. So I'm gonna show you guys a few. So these are the shimmers. The shimmers in this are actually really good as well. So here, I'm gonna swatch it here for you guys. There, this one, and here. I have more to show you guys, but I think I'm gonna have to do a part 2 for this because I just have so many eyeshadow palettes to show you guys. But I'm gonna have to end this video because it's getting late and I have to wash these off, wash my makeup off. But let me know if you guys have any palette recommendations, especially for like neutral palettes, because I think I'm collecting. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye!